In a small town in Texas, there was a young man named Ethan. He wasn't born rich. He wasn't the smartest in school. He wasn't the most talented athlete either. But he had one thing that most people around him didn't have: a burning desire to change his life. Ethan grew up watching his parents struggle, bills stacked on the kitchen table, late-night arguments about money, dreams postponed again and again. One night, while sitting in his small bedroom, staring at the ceiling, he whispered to himself, "This ends with me." The next morning, he wrote 3 words on a piece of paper and taped it above his bed: "Do it or die." It wasn't about physical death. It was about killing excuses, killing fear, killing procrastination, killing the weak version of himself. At first, nothing changed. He still felt tired, still doubted himself, still heard people say, "Be realistic." But every time he wanted to quit, he looked at those words: "Do it or die." When others were sleeping, he was studying. When others were partying, he was building his online business. When others were complaining about the economy, he was learning new skills. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't easy. Some nights he cried quietly, questioning if it was worth it. But quitting was no longer an option. One winter evening, after months of effort, he launched his first product. It failed. No sales, 0 notifications, just silence. For a moment, he felt the old fear creeping back in. Maybe they were right. Maybe he wasn't good enough. He walked to his room, looked at the paper on the wall, and smiled weakly. Do it or die. He didn't quit. He adjusted. He learned marketing. He improved his offer. He studied successful entrepreneurs. He invested in himself when he barely had money. Every setback became fuel. Years passed. The same people who once doubted him started asking him for advice. His business grew. His income multiplied. His parents no longer worried about bills. That kitchen table was clear again, not of problems, but filled with peace. One day, a young student asked him, "What's your secret?" Ethan said, "There is no secret. Most people want comfort. I wanted change more than comfort. I decided that failure was temporary, but regret would last forever." He continued, "When you adopt a do-it-or-die mindset, you stop negotiating with your goals. You stop saying maybe tomorrow. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You move. You act, you push, you grow. The truth is, success in America, or anywhere, doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the committed, to the ones who show up when they don't feel like it, to the ones who keep going when motivation fades, to the ones who decide that average is not acceptable. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. Your future doesn't care about your comfort. Your potential doesn't care about your fear. The only question is, how bad do you want it? Because at some point in life, you must draw a line and say, no more playing small, no more waiting, no more blaming. It's do it or die, not because you have to, but because you choose to become unstoppable. And remember, the moment you fully commit, the universe starts responding. Doors open, opportunities appear, people notice. Energy shifts, but it all begins with a decision that quitting is no longer part of your vocabulary. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, are you serious about your goals, or are you just interested? Interested people make excuses. Committed people make results. Choose wisely, because 1 year from now, you will either say, "I'm glad I started," or "I wish I had." The choice is yours. Do it or die.